Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your Photo News Fix. This fix is brought to you by Squarespace. I've said a billion times before, I've been using Squarespace for my own personal photo website, jaredpolin.com, for close to 15 years now. 15! Because it's simple, easy, and I don't need to know any coding. But remember when I discovered that no one owned MountAlliance.com? Yeah, as soon as I found that out, I went on to Squarespace, searched for the .com, and it was available, so I bought it right there, and within minutes, I had a simple, easy, and affordable Squarespace website out into the world at MountAlliance.com. No coding needed, no BS, it just worked simply and quickly. Oh yeah, and I got the first year of the domain free when I signed up for my year of Squarespace. To get your 14-day free trial, head on over to squarespace.com/FroKnowsPhoto. If you decide that it's for you, use the code FroKnowsPhoto at checkout to get 10% off your first order. First up, last week after Canon announced their development of the flagship R1, Adorama posted specs alongside an R1 listing. Now, a lot of photo news aggregator sites and YouTubers were quick to jump at these specs and put out posts as well as videos, but we did not.
Oh, why not?
Now, the reason we didn't is the specs were copied word for word from a Canon rumors post of the R1 in January, all the way down to calling it an APS-C sensor. On top of that, it didn't make sense that Adorama would have full specs so soon after a development announcement. Full announcement, yes. Development announcement, no. And a lot of websites and YouTubers should have known better than to take those as fact. Well, on Friday, Adorama took to their Twitter and said this: "We at Adorama sincerely apologize for any confusion caused by the information shared about the Canon EOS R1. We did not receive official specifications or details directly from Canon. We have removed this information from our website." What they should have said is, "We apologize for putting up misinformation that we took from a rumor website. This has nothing to do with Canon. We're sorry. We apologize. When we do have an official listing, we will be more than happy to share it out." But all of those specs were from a rumor website, and that would put an end to it. Next up, last week, Fujifilm held their X Summit. Now, for those that don't know, the X Summit pays tribute to none other than DMX. My bad. I usually only attend XXX summits. Anyway, the Fuji X Summit is where they announce new products and developments, and this year they had a lot to share. But no, they did not have a medium format version of the X100 that some rumor websites said would be coming. But what they did have were a few new cameras as well as a couple of lenses. Let's start with the X-T50. It sports a 40 megapixel X-Trans sensor with an X Processor 5 image processor. It's a lot of processing powers because it's the 5 processing image processor. 7 stops of IBIS, Frame.io, camera to cloud integration, AI, which is a buzzword of the year, AF, subject detection, new body design, but the biggest addition is a dedicated film simulator dial. Take my money now. I need that. The body only is $1,400 and will start shipping in June. The next camera announced is the GFX 100S2. This is an interesting camera. Now, I played with the GFX in the past and enjoyed the quality files that it captured. The 100S2 is spec'd very similarly to the GFX 102, just in a smaller body with some trade-offs, which I will get to in just a bit. It sports a 102 megapixel medium format sensor. Now, that's not true medium format, but it is larger than full frame. Has the same improved image processor, can shoot at 7 frames per second, 8 stops of IBIS, and has solid autofocus as well. And by solid, it's better than the original. Now onto trade-offs. The EVF's resolution has been dropped. There's 2 SD card slots, which means it doesn't have any CF Express B slots, but at least it has 2 card slots so you can be redundant. And the video features have been cut down, but truthfully, I don't care about the video features in this camera that much because this is a still focused camera, at least to me anyway. Now, one last trade-off is you can only get a hand grip for the body, not a fully functional vertical grip. That's fine when it's priced at $5,000, which is a nice savings over its bigger brother. Now, I'd personally spend the extra dollars for the beefier body and getting all of those full functioning grips and all of the specs that the big boy has, but I do drive a Porsche, so I can afford it. I don't actually drive a Porsche. To go along with the announcement of the bodies, Canon did announce a 500mm 5.6 lens that, when paired with one of the medium format cameras, gives you pretty much a 400mm 35mm equivalent, which isn't bad for shooting sports. Now, that lens is priced at $3,499. Now, I reached out to Fuji to request a new GFX camera and a 500mm lens to take out to the ball game, but I have yet to hear back from them.
Don't hold your breath.
Now, maybe if you leave a comment down below that says, "Hey Fuji, send Jared a GFX," maybe they will.
Maybe not.
And finally, Canon Rumors has posted what they are calling specs of the forthcoming R5 Mark II. Now, the majority of these rumors come from a video from yet another person whose sources told them somebody by the name of Jan Wegner. Now, the rumors are that the R5 Mark II will have a 45 megapixel stacked sensor with an even faster readout speed than the R3, offer a pre-burst option that's hopefully better than that of the R6 Mark II, have both a mechanical and electronic shutter, which in my opinion, if the readout speed is faster than the R3, it won't even need a mechanical shutter. The rumor goes on to say that it will shoot at 30 frames per second, which has to be the electronic shutter, not mechanical shutter, share some body designs of the R6 Mark II, as well as the original R5, add the smart controller, new flip-out screen, IAF2, and finally, better heat dissipation tech. Now, for total transparency, we've been using R5s in the studio here for everything that we film, including user guides that are over an hour and a half long, and we haven't had any overheating issues in the R5 since they updated the firmware a couple of years ago. Now, there's no word on price just yet, but if these specs are real, what in the world will an R1 bring? Because these are pretty good if they are real, and as of now, they are just rumors. I say that because the majority of photographers in the world would be more than happy with an R5 II with these rumored specs. Now, what do you think? Let me know down below. And there you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.